I'm Sam. I came through the Sparta Global Training Scheme back in 2018. I'd just come out of university. I did a master's at Queen Mary. Didn't really know what I was going to do afterwards until I was approached by someone at a kind of like a careers fair evening. It was like, we have just set up this new training scheme that's going to kind of basically introduce you to tech and give you all the skills and then go off and put it on a client site. And I was like, bloody hell, this can't be real. What's the catch kind of thing. That was kind of midway through my degree and pretty much rolled straight out of uni and into that. I didn't really ever have any intentions of kind of going into a career in tech, but because of the opportunities available to kind of do all the training from scratch and stuff, it was a bit of a no-brainer for me, really. Did a 12-week SDET course there, so we were Java or Engineering 19, I can't remember what it was actually called. And then out of that, we kind of finished towards December 2018, and then I was in my first placement from January 2019, and I've basically been there ever since. So it's been a long time since I started there and a long time since I started with Sparta, but I'm kind of still reaping the benefits of it, which is absolutely brilliant. It's the learning curve over the first 3 months is really, really steep. You're straight into the nitty-gritty, you're straight into the detail, and to kind of have the ability to look back and think, right, how do I relate that to something that I've learned during the training is really valuable. So yeah, it was a good first couple of weeks, and I was in a project that was kind of lucky enough that it was reasonably mature, but they still had a lot to do. So there was always work coming my way, and I would have always rather it been like that than in a project that was pretty static. Got to hit the ground running and just got to make the most of it, really. So my title now is lead test engineer, but lead test engineer is probably not necessarily reflective of what I do on a day-to-day basis. I do more of a tech lead role is probably a better term, in the sense that my job now is more around looking at what new technologies are we going to be bringing in, either to service test, or that we're going to have to test at some point within the program of work. It's very much how you've managed the last 18 months of your time with the client. You can either, when you switch to go to a permanent member of staff, go in as a higher exec or a senior exec, so which is basically a junior engineer or a senior engineer. I very much felt I was at the point where I wanted to step up and do a bit more of a senior role. I had an experience. I'd kind of taken, especially the last 6 months of that 18-month period, I was like, right, well, I've kind of got the basics nailed down now. I'm now at a point where I think, right, I can start actually looking at things within a project to say, we could be doing this better, we could be doing this better. I want to change this, and actually being a bit more of a leader and a bit more vocal in that space. So I was ready to kind of go in at that senior level. I did my interview, I did a technical test for that as well. And at the end of that, they obviously either offer you the role or don't, but nine times out of 10, because they've spent the last however long training you up and investing in you, they want to keep you. Obviously you get loads of support from Sparta as well to do that, and they really help with that transition process.